This is my Porsche 2002 996. One thing I don't like about this is this rear wiper. Why would they ever put a rear wiper like this on this beautiful sports car? Well, I'm going to show you in this video how to get rid of that with the help of this tiny little kit, which was a Chinese special. Let's go. And we begin by removing the wiper. And start with what we need to do is just take off this black cover so it just pushes on and just clips on like so. That's easy enough. And next we're left with this 13mm nut, so we just need to remove that. And now this just sits on a spline shaft, so what you can do is just lift up the wiper and then use the leverage point of this to remove it off that shaft. And off she comes. Nice and easy. So the next job is inside the car, so I'm tucked in here now. Now, this is a project car for me, so I've actually removed these side panels at this moment, but these go underneath this rear panel here, which is what we need to move to get to the wiper. So ignore that for now. All you need to do to remove this rear panel is to just get your fingers under this edge here and pull it towards you. And there's a bunch of clips that should pop, and then it comes off like that. These are the clips here. Now these clips should remain inside this part here. If they don't, all you need to do is pop each of these clips off and just pop them back in where they came from. So I'll just do that for now. So now we've got this off, we can move that out of the way because we don't need that. And that now reveals our wiper motor in this position here. So what we can do is we can unplug the actual motor itself. And what we need to remove is 3 bolts, one there, and the third one is just tucked in the back down there. Okay, so once you've got those released, what the idea is now, we've got to get this spindle out of the hole. So if we just get it off this side here, rotate it forward, and you should now be able to just tilt it, and she should come out. And there she is. Success! Back on the outside, let's get this bit sorted. So first of all, you're left with this rubber grommet, so we need to remove that because we don't need that grommet anymore. And that now leaves you with that hole, which we need to fill. And that's where this kit comes in handy. So what you get in this kit is you get the blanking plate, so that's going to go from the outside. This is going to go on the inside, like so. The rubber grommet and then the metal washer, and then it's all going to be locked together with this nut on the end. That's the theory anyway. Let's see if we can get this in. So firstly, we apply the rubber seal. Secondly, we apply the blanking plate, make sure it sits nicely in that rubber seal. So that's the outside done, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tape this down because when I go inside and try and get the nut on, I'm bound to push this out. Oh my god. Oh my god.
See it?
No.
Really?
That washer won't go through that hole there. Forget plan A, that didn't work. I'll show you the reason why. Have a look at this. Right, if you look at here, this obviously is the hole where the wiper was covering, but inside you've got this inner skin here. Now, looking at this washer that I get supplied, that will not go inside that inner skin. So we've had to devise a cunning plan.
I have a cunning plan.
And this is what we're thinking. If we remove this higher level brake light, with the use of a long screwdriver like so, we should be able to attach the washer to the end, poke it through there and hold it just underneath of that hole. This will then enable us to fit this piece to go through that washer, and then from the inside put the nut on. I've worked out to be an 8-man job at the moment, but I think we might get away with 2. So I think we're going to have a 2-man job. So Dave, cameraman, you're going to have to help me with this one, and he's going to have to he can hold this on the outside while I go inside. I've also found the little thumb nut, and I'll say thumb nut because it's got little bits on the edges of it, so you're supposed to put this on with your fingers, but that will fit in to a 10mm socket like so, and I should then be able to push that up and be able to screw that in from the inside. Wow, well that's the theory.
That's the theory.
So let's see if we can put that into practice. So step number one is we need to remove this rear light. Well, that's easily done. So all we need to do is just using a pick, remove this plastic cover, and using a flat screwdriver, just twist this 90 degrees. And then again, use a pick to go in this hole that's provided here and pull it out. And that comes off nice and easily. Remove the wiring and we can get that out of the way. Now, the theory was this screwdriver, if I push that in there now, as you can see, that does appear in the hole there. So I think we're on a winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner!
So next job is we need to tape this washer onto the end of that screwdriver. Right, so test number one, let's just see if that, turn the other way up, will go towards the hole we need it to be. Yes! Right, so Dave's now holding that there, so with his screwdriver in his hand, he's holding that in position. That now means that I can now assemble the two parts like so, to go through that hole. And now if I go inside now, and hopefully I should be able to offer that up and we can get this tightened up. Here we go. And now the theory is, if we just remove this screwdriver, should bring out the tape. Whoa! And there we go. So that's the blanking plate in place. So now what we need to do is go back inside and replace that rear panel. So as you can see, I've replaced all the clips now, and if we just lay this over here, you can see that these pieces here need to push into those clips. So it's just a matter of lining that up. If you add your side panels in, then you've got these guides here which have a little bit of plastic there that goes in them, so that would help you guide it in. I haven't got those in due to the project I'm doing, so therefore I'm just going to lay that in a position where it's opposite each one of these. You also have a defined ledge here where the bottom of the panel goes into, so therefore it should be dead simple by just lining it up exactly where it came out of, like so, and pressing it back. Job's a good one. And that's it, so now we have the rear wiper deleted, and this makes the rear end of this car look a lot more sporty, as it should do. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did like this type of stuff, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please give me the thumbs up for this video if you really enjoyed it. Till next time, stay safe.